In order to start modeling with Curved Poly, we need to access the editor window. You can find it under Tools, Curved Poly, Editor window. This window contains all the tools you need to work on your Curved Poly models, and should always be open while you edit them. It can be docked vertical, on any side of the screen, or it can be docked horizontal, maybe in the bottom of the scene window, where all icons are placed in a more compact way without sections, titles, or support buttons. Let's get back to vertical positioning, since it is better for first-time users. Another important window we want to use is the Curved Poly Dedicated Inspector. You can access it directly from the editor window. This window contains further instruments and details about the tools used in Curved Poly, and having it available is somehow important to get full control of them. Furthermore, if you are new to this editor, you should consider opening the inline documentation, which can be accessed from the question mark icon. From this window, you will be able to learn more about the tools, check the details of every parameter, and also grab some tip about how specific tools shall be used. Once your interface is up, the best thing to do is to import a pre-made model into the scene, using the Import button. While you work on the model, the documentation window will keep update, according to the tools you are using, showing you how to use them. And you can press on the question mark button to know more about the tools around. On top of the editor window, you will find the main tool sets, each one being a set of tools which are useful in a different stage of modeling. Clicking on one of these icons will change the content both of the editor window and of the dedicated inspector. In some cases you may give your editor window a different position. Since version 1.3 of Curved Poly, we have reworked the structure of this toolset. The goal was to limit the number of times you need change toolset in order to operate on your shapes. Again, once you have the editor window and the dedicated inspector set up for a specific tools, the documentation window will show details of the tools you are using. There are again a few more windows you should consider, but they are not mandatory. You can access a full list of windows, also from the main Unity inspector under an instance of Curved Poly component. Here we can open the history, with a full list of changes you made on the model which can be undone. And the settings window where you can find a few settings. Last but not least, there is the LoadDS preview window, which is used to give you a preview of your model, as it is tessellated with different levels of details. The available LoadDS shown in the window are the ones used by a Curved Poly component, which can be customized as we will see later in a dedicated section. The previewer is useful, but not strictly necessary, since you can preview your model on different levels of details from the inspector, choosing a different load for the model itself. It may be also useful to activate the selection wire option on the scene to see how exactly the model is tessellated on different LoadDS.